There is something within you that realizes that once we exit a relationship, we should take a moment to heal our heart, to be on our own, to look back, to look inwards, to learn the lessons of that relationship, to analyze what went wrong, what was the things that you were not seeing, right? So on some level, you realize that. But I feel that every time you end a relationship, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go into that hermit, I'm gonna be on my own, I'm gonna heal, it's gonna, right? But then you meet someone and you're like, oh, it was destined, it happened, it just happened. And you jump into things again. Maybe you even say to yourself that this person is different, that it's a completely different situation, that it's a completely different setting. But it's not about, watch this from the beginning, it's not about the setting of a situation, it's about your pattern. Your key pattern to break this collective for those 9 months, 9 years cycle, entering the next one, is that you crave love so deeply that whoever is being put in front of you, you say to yourself that this is destined, the passion is uncanny, we can't stop it, it just happened. Why would they send me someone if they don't want me to be with this person? And then you break your hermit. You break your hermit and you jump into things. Because you have the urgency, because you have the longing. And what do I always say to you guys? You will never find externally something that you do not have within you. The urgency for love, for fulfillment, for passion, it comes from the fact that you don't have it. We yearn for things that we don't have. If you have something within you, if every day you feel on your own, single, you feel happy, you feel fulfilled, you follow your passion, you explore your sensuality, you don't need anyone to be happy. The moment that that person appears, you explore it, but you explore it with calmness and with peace. What is it that this person can really bring into my life? I'm going to be observing. Are we a match? Are we energetic match? Are we an actual connection? You're not understanding that your lessons are not about people that being brought to your life, but you. And the fact that you're lacking something. So your next partner may be completely different than your previous partner. You may be even saying to yourself, oh, they do this person would never do this. Or they so considerate, this person was never. But it's not about that. It's about you not being able to be on your own. To completely go into this hermit. To accept the fact that maybe it will just be, people who, this is how I always as well explain self-love. If someone would tell you that till the end of your days, you will never meet that true love, it will be just you. If you're devastated, it means that you don't love yourself. Because if you truly love yourself and someone says to you, it's going to be you, yourself, and you, me, myself, and I, till the end of my days. Oh my God, that's so exciting. Yes, we're human beings. We crave connection. We crave, company, partnership. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, but there's a difference between craving it and dreaming about it and acknowledging that it's beautiful and being open, and the longing, the need, the desperate desire. You're wanting it so much that you just try to find it with anyone externally. Whoever is not happy, fulfilled, and living that 10 of Cups kind of a moment, thinking that it's going to be just you, you don't have self-love. You don't have wholeness within you. There's something within you that you're still searching and you're still looking. There's fear in this collective that it's not going to happen. And if you fear that something's not going to happen, you're never going to attract it. All you're going to attract is what's going to reflect that fear. 2 more and we're going to do guidance. Ace of Swords. It's funny because it was at the bottom of the deck as well. But we're doing still your patterns, remember? The Hanged Man. and the devil at the bottom of the deck. What I'm hearing, again, you guys, what I'm hearing with this one is that every time, look at 9 years back, watch this reading from the beginning if this resonates. Every time you break up with someone, you do make a little pause. You do stop to pick yourself up, to heal your heart. You do have some sort of a revelations and change of mindset, right? So you start to see that maybe this partner wasn't the best for me. Maybe I didn't use the best motivation to enter that relationship, right? So you do have some, but it's what I said in previous part. We have a variety of lessons that are very deep and meaningful that we have the opportunity to learn in every relationship. If we really stop to harm it for long, many moons, if not years, to become a better person, to break the pattern, but we only learn one and we move forth, and that's this collective. You learn something, you discover something, you do improve a little bit, but then you hold on so much to that longing and to that vision of love and wanting love that you jump into things again. Because you feel that maybe time is running away and passing you by, that maybe you're losing time, that maybe you have this urgency, maybe you feel like you're getting older. Like sometimes they're also showing me, it's like you want something, you long for something, and you jump into things too soon. So you have this feeling that it's moving forward, you're getting it, right? But you're actually getting farther away. You're actually stopping yourself. You're actually you're pausing it, because 10 of Cups is what you want, right? You want love, you want relationship, you want partnership, you want that fulfillment, that family energy, that someone, right, that you're going to be able to plan your life with. But jumping into things too soon and not learning your lessons completely, not exploring things with patience, at your own pace, respecting your lessons, respecting your cycles, it's only keeping you stuck. That happiness is they're not going to give you a true soulmate as long as you don't break that pattern. As long as you're not going to find it in you to tell to the next person, I want to be on my own. I want to explore. If there is a person, we'll be friends, right? If you're going to jump into things, into relationship, into intimacy, into plans, into this already having a life together, everything that I've mentioned before, they're never going to give you the real deal, because there's a lesson that you need to learn. And sometimes it happens, you guys. In karmic relationships, I always say this to you guys, karmic relationships can be beautiful. Most people on this earth, like 80% of people live in a karmic relationship. 70-80% of people live in a karmic relationship. Not all karmics are abusive, are, that really abrupt, full of turmoil kind of a relationship. Sometimes when we refuse to learn, we have next karmic contracts, and eventually we refuse to be on our own, we refuse to, learn our lessons, and we end up with that karmic relationship, that mediocre sort of a, I don't want to be alone kind of a thing, that seemed like it was so amazing in the beginning, and now I just don't want to start again. Do you know what I mean? It would make sense. If it's truly your collective, it will resonate in your heart, and you would know it's true. All right, let's now we've done the summary of the 9-year cycle. So let's do now, what is it? What is it that you need to break from? What is it that you're not seeing? I want to do a couple of these because we have full moon today. Happy full moon, by the way. So what is it that, let's just see what comes through. And then we're going to do a couple more decks to really break this down for you. One more. All right. These two came together. Confidence is your key to success and bring love into the situation. We have a new moon in we have Leo, Aquarius, and Aries. Maybe these are significant. What I'm hearing with these two, especially that they came together, is that there is still the self-love. I'm hearing the self-love. There's not And again, I've explained this to you guys. If you cannot be happy and fulfilled on your own, you'd rather settle for someone that you know is a karmic connection, or someone that you want to believe that is a soulmate, right? It's because you lack self-love. If you urge into things, if you jump into things, if you're desperately afraid that things will pass you by, it's because you don't have self-love, because you don't feel that you're enough in this life, that you being you, just living life, exploring yourself, exploring your nature, reaching deeper into your spirit, connecting to your soul, following your passion, your destiny. It's because you don't love yourself enough. You keep looking for someone to fill that gap that you feel within. You don't feel you is just being you is enough of a life. And it happens to so many people on this earth, and it's sometimes I feel it's sad, but it's just a journey of lifetime. We have to evolve enough to be able to understand that life here on earth, and take it from, I always say this to you guys when I repeat that, take it from a goddess of love. I am a goddess of love. My mission here is to spread love, to help people remember what love is truly about, to help people find true love, deep love, unconditioned love, the real thing, the real deal. So someone like me that truly believes in love, my life is filled with love and romance every day. I am that goddess of love. Hopeless romantic, believing in love, guiding you guys towards love. And if I am here to say to you that we don't come here to find a relationship and to find it. It's just an accessory to help us move through the journey of life. It's because it's true. The way I love, the way I desire everyone to have that love, because I feel that with love we would all be happier. I still know, and I teach you, that it's a cherry on top. Our soul doesn't come here. When we go into karmic contracts, your soul contracts, sometimes you guys know, if you know, that I do the physical karma, spiritual karma reading. So what did you come here to learn? What did you come here to go through? What did you come here to break, right? This is always about self-growth and development. No soul comes here to get into a relationship. It's an accessory. It's a cherry on top. It's something that happens that it's a reward. It's a reward of a companionship, of a soulmate, but it's not what we come here for. And you lack that understanding. We have a fiery climax approaches and nothing is yet set in stone. I feel this collective, watch that story, if it's still on my TikTok stories. If it's not, go to my Instagram, because I've explained the concept of waiting room in there. I think I've done a video about this. You may browse through if you really feel guided to. It would be on Instagram, because sometimes I repost important stories in there about the waiting room concept when we are in between cycles, and it's that nothing is yet set in stone. I think for this collective, they're not really sure, do you have to repeat that 9-year cycle? And I've explained this in this video. It's sort of a review period. How many lessons you've learned? Is it enough to move forth and open a new cycle of growth and new opportunities, or do we have to repeat because things have not been properly learned? I feel they're going to be, it may be that in the next months leading to that true new year, so from February 17th as well, which is a new year according to Chinese astrology, so we're going to be entering that horse energy, but especially the equinox on the March 20th, that will really mark the new year, the spring. So until the end of winter, I feel like they will be testing you. Are you ready to see and to notice and to acknowledge everything that I've just said? Are you still not ready to let go, and you have this need to be in a relationship, which means that you haven't learned your lessons? When you are afraid to let go of someone, because you believe that they're your soulmate, and if you let them go, you're never going to find anything like it. It's codependency. It's attachments. It's not true love. It's not true connection. It comes from a place of wounding, right? All right. I want to do the emotions cards for you, and then we're going to do these as well, the animal cards. What is it that you haven't properly let go of and released? What is it that you need to know? Guides for them to close the cycle. That's interesting. Okay. 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 Yeah, we have boundaries at the bottom of the deck, which sort of proves that, lack of boundaries is lack of self-love, lack of healthy boundaries. Okay. We have receptiveness. That's your first card. And I was hearing we're going to read through this because maybe there's a message in it, number 35. But I was hearing with the receptiveness that you are not fully opened to love. And it's something that it's, again, deeply misunderstood by many people, if not most. People think that if they seek for love, if they look for love, if they jump from one relationship to another because they want love, they're ready for love, they're open for love. But it's not true. Openness for love has nothing to do with whether we jump into a relationship or not. Far from it, actually. It's the contrary. Openness for love, it's openness to really be vulnerable, to really stand in front of another person as a naked soul. This is who I am, right? And I love that. Now, if you love it too, it's because we are made for each other. And if you don't, rejection is redirection. It's something that this collective you're not understanding. I don't think that you are fully open for love. It's like you want it, but your heart, and I keep looking at this healing heart that I have here at the bottom of the other deck. You haven't properly healed your heart. Maybe in relationships, you are a little bit more of a giver. Maybe you feel like you have a lot of love to give. I do want to read through this. Receptiveness is a state of full openness. It's knowing how to listen attentively and curiously, how to receive energetically and accept feedback with grace and gratitude. Receptiveness must come with self-awareness to constructively and objectively decipher what comes towards us. You lack self-awareness. We've discussed this already. Receptiveness is necessary to build trust and intimacy. Without it, any relationship we build becomes a one-way street. To receive on all levels, we must open our minds, hearts, bodies, and become fully present and available. There is a fine line between receptiveness and chasing. Sometimes we feel that we are open, inviting opportunities and relationships in, but our inner masculine takes charge and begins to forcefully push and pursue. Remember, receptiveness is stillness. It's everything that we've been talking about. You lack something inside of you, so you chase it. You jump into things with urgency, without understanding that first you need to heal your heart, to really open your heart. Receptiveness is stillness, is allowing things to just come to you when the time is right. Allowing things to happen with no fear that you have to grab them because they're going to disappear. I feel this collective, you're more of a giver, which is a beautiful thing, but being a giver is something that is only valid when you love yourself and you're healed. All people who love themselves and are healed are truly givers. But right now, the reason you're a giver, and that's something that happens to many people without them knowing. When people are wounded and they're givers, so you're the one that you want to express love, you want to give love, you want to take care of someone, you want to be that, protector, that chaser, whether you're man or woman, it's because you don't feel you're worthy enough to receive things, to be given things, to be granted things without you having to chase them. And we have the abundance card as well. And I was hearing with this one, this is number 8. It's having what abundance is having what we need at given moment of time to fulfill our mission. What I was hearing a couple of things with that. First is that you have all you need right now. You have all you need to close the cycle properly. You feel like you don't, but you do. All that you are given is to learn life's lessons. Okay? I feel this is because we have worry as well, right? Number 92, we have worry as well. I feel this collective, this is what you need to let go of. There's this fear and there's this worry. What's going to happen? You say that things that happen to you and people that come to you are destined, but you don't truly believe that they're destined, because you create that codependency, that obsessiveness, that clinginess, that holding on to them. If it's destined, it's going to be here. This is what I always explain to you guys. True love between two people, they're two alone wolves that embody love, and they coexist with each other independently and in a sovereign way always, right? So if you are love, you meet someone else who is love, you recognize the mutual vibration of love within each other, and you start to form a pack and you walk this path together. But you're not afraid that at one point you may, need to focus on something else, or that maybe life will push you into something else. Because if something is destined and you are in a state of receptiveness and in a belief that you have all you need at a given moment of time, you're not afraid to let things go and let people go, because you know they're going to be circling around your orbit. And when it's going to become relevant, because you're constantly in a state of receptiveness and not chasing something else, they're just going to, sort of naturally fall into your life and into your arms. You're constantly worried that you're going to maybe miss the moment. You cannot miss the moment with the things that are destined, for as long as you surrender, for as long as you don't chase other things. And we have acceptance, number 16. You're not accepting things for what they are. You're not accepting your lessons for what they are. When we stop resisting, we surrender to the universe. We enter a state of acceptance. Life is a complex chessboard. It's not for us to fully comprehend the reasons behind people, actions, or life events. Acceptance brings peace. It helps us to turn wounded reactions into responses rooted in love. In acceptance, we can maintain inner balance and self-regulate emotions with ease. We trust in divine guidance and accept that whatever comes towards us is an opportunity to grow. I feel this is in this collective. It's like they're sending you someone, they're sending you, opportunities to meet someone to date, and instead of thinking this is a lesson, it's happening for a reason, I'm gonna stick to what I need to learn and show that I've broken a pattern, you jump into it because you worry that it's not going to happen again, because you think you're a giver, you want to give love, but in reality you're not fully open for love. I want to do 2 more. Just 2 more. I'm guided to do 2 more. Resilience and betrayal. Resilience is true strength. It's the ability to bounce back to your true and authentic self after a challenge. Resilience means not allowing pain and difficulties to change you and your essence to help you grow. When it's true, but what I'm hearing with this one is that you, this collective, you don't really know who you are. So maybe it's another pattern of yours, a smaller one it would be, I'm hearing, but it may be that you change depending on with who you are. Look back at the 9 years. I'm guided to say this to you just for contemplation, and we're going to close this resilience topic. Look back 9 years. Do you feel like you've been the same person when it comes to life goals, when it comes to character traits, when it comes to even your style, how you dress, what you do with your free time, your values, things that you search for, things that you want in life? Because I feel it's constantly changing, and something, it should change. We should change. We grow and evolve. But from the moment we know ourselves and we discover ourselves, it's sort of a continuum of change. But it's like having a house, right? Imagine having a house that it is a house. There's a foundation. There's a specific style of that house. So every now and then you're going to move things around. You're going to freshen up the painting. You're going to maybe upgrade and get yourself like a better fridge or a better something, or make your garden more beautiful. But the essence of the house, the style, it will remain same. In comparison of something changing, but it's constantly completely changing. So you repaint your walls completely, you completely remodel completely. It means that you're lost. Do you know what I mean? I feel you haven't yet discovered your strong, true you, your authentic you. This is why it would change with every partner. And there's this betrayal. There's a reason it came forth, number 68. I don't think you fully healed betrayal, this collective. It's an extremely painful emotion caused by lack of honesty, loyalty, integrity, of truthfulness from people we love. In consequence, we tend to lock our heart and avoid facing it again. Whether you realize it or not, they bringing my mind back to our first card that we pulled, the sword and rose, the revelation, the truth, right? You haven't lied to, you haven't cheated, right? This collective. So don't make these details fit. We know this from your first card, that there was deception and there was lies in your relationships. You haven't fully healed that. I feel there's a lack, again, we talked about this, but I'm hearing this again. There's a lack of understanding within this collective. You probably think that it's this person betrayed you. You didn't love yourself to choose a better person. You chose someone who betrayed you. But the true question is, what is it within you that you didn't see that this person was someone that could betray you? Because it's not the circumstances that push us to betrayal. It's who we are. Why didn't you see that this person had it in them? I don't think you fully forgiven yourself for accepting that. I don't think you fully healed that betrayal wound. Maybe in between relationships you have that moment. Maybe you go like very much black and white, in and out. So you're being betrayed, your heart is broken, you're healing your heart. So you go into that hermit. I feel this collective, you may not be going to this hermit consciously wanting to better yourself, but you may be going to this hermit because you start to have resentment towards love and relationship. Love is hurt, love is pain, and then you meet someone else and then suddenly life is beautiful again. All right, let's do your last deck. What's the guidance? What is it that you need to know? Properly close. I kind of wanted to do tarot. I'm not sure how long this reading already is. I want to do 4. Okay, we have the owl. The owl is abundance too, on some level. Rabbit, fear. Fear energy. Maybe this collective, you should focus